Hi there, if you're watching this, you want to know how to run without getting tired. So here are my top 5 tips on how you can run without getting tired. And these are things that I use in all of my runs to help me run for longer without that fatigue setting in. So sit back, relax, and here are my 5 quick fire tips on how to run without getting tired. So guys, my first tip on how to run without getting tired is doing a warm-up. Now a warm-up has an endless amount of benefits, but these include things like increasing your blood flow, your heart rate, increasing your muscle temperature, so it makes you less likely to get injured, but also things like improving your range of motion. But as I said, there's so many benefits of a warm-up. Now a warm-up should consist of 10 to 15 minutes of aerobic light jogging, some technique-based drills, things like high knees, bum flicks, anything that's going to help improve that range of motion and also lead to improved running economy through technique, and also some strides. Now these strides help to prime your body for that hard intensity session or race by kind of bridging the gap between your aerobic jogging and then the higher intensity session. So yeah, that's tip number 1 on how to run for longer without getting tired. So guys, my second tip on how to run longer without getting tired is sorting out your breathing. So a lot of people will just kind of turn to saying breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth, but I don't really think it's this simple. I like to take 2 breaths in and 2 breaths out, incorporating this into my stride. So for every stride I do a breath, so in, out, out, so on and so forth. But this can kind of change throughout the race. Majority of the time it is 2 in through my nose and 2 out through my mouth, but sometimes, especially towards the end of a race, I do have to resort to some simply mouth breathing. This is just because I find I do get more oxygen in, but I also do produce a little bit more noise. But yeah, so for me, 2 breaths in, 2 breaths out, and that's going to drastically improve your breathing kind of economy. So yeah, that's my second tip on how to breathe more effectively so you can run longer without getting tired. My third tip on how to run longer without getting tired is pacing yourself properly. Now this doesn't always mean doing a negative split, which is running the first half slower than you run the second half, but I'd say definitely play around in your training and figure out how your body copes best. Yes, 99% of people are going to work best off of a even split or a negative split, but some people do prefer to run positive splits, so definitely work this out in your training. But pacing has definitely been something that has been kind of instilled into me from a young age. So yeah, 100% work out the way you pace yourself best and incorporate this into your training and your racing, because at the end of the day, training is just preparing yourself best for the race day. So yeah, that's my third tip on how to run without getting tired. My fourth tip is making sure that your shoes are nice and fresh and up to date. Now this doesn't mean they have to be a fresh pair straight off the shelf, but if you're wearing a pair of shoes that have run 500-600 miles in them, they're not going to be giving you the same energy back, and this could be something that maybe you've kind of omitted when thinking about what's causing your over fatigue. But yeah, 100% when we run, it's all about that energy return from the shoe. So if you've got an old pair of shoes, you're just simply not getting that energy back from it. Now I'm not saying, oh, all your shoes are rubbish, go buy some new ones straight away, because at the end of the day, running shoes have a lifespan, and that is about 500 to 600 miles if you're lucky, sometimes less than that. But yeah, 100% check the shoe, because some people will go off the durability of the sole and they go, oh, the sole's still intact, I can keep wearing them. But it's all about the foam. Has the foam condensed? Is it giving you the same responsiveness that it did when they were fresh off the shelf? So yeah, just something to think about. And if in doubt, go to your local running store and ask for some professional advice. But yeah, I always like to make sure that my shoes are nice and fresh. I don't want any of that compressed foam because it's just energy zapping. So yeah, that's my tip number 4 on how to run without getting tired. So guys, my fifth and final tip is hydration. So maybe you were expecting, I don't know, nutrition instead, but for me, hydration is always more important than fueling. Fueling is important, but for me, hydration is definitely the key, and this is something that a lot of elite athletes live by as well. I've listened to countless podcasts where they say hydration is more important than fueling. So yeah, making sure you're drinking at least kind of, I'd say 3 litres a day. If you're a runner, you're sweating out a lot more than the average person, and the average person needs 2 litres a day. So this isn't just during the run itself, it's just the whole recovery process. It requires more water, and if you want to get primed and ready for your next run, you've got to be making sure you're taking that water on board, as well as some electrolytes as well to replace those salts that you've lost. But these don't have to be anything fancy. You can go down to your local supermarket and get some electrolyte tablets. But yeah, tip number 5 is making sure you stay hydrated so that you can run for longer without getting tired. So guys, that is my top 5 quick fire tips on how to run longer without getting tired. I hope you've enjoyed. So it's a nice and short one today. I'm going to try and make more of these tutorial style videos. Nice quick fire, straight to the point. So thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, subscribe, share with your running buddies, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.